Hi friends, this is Dr. Jatin Itwala and today again we'll talk about superclass. So next superclass is superclass 2. In this superclass, the main dynamic or the main energy pattern of a person is to withdraw in and come out when it is safe. So withdrawal pattern is seen in 80% of their life, but when it is very safe, they want to come out and see because this superclass is all about sensory stimulation. Here it is little better than superclass 1, which is completely withdrawn 100% of the time. Here it is 20% of time they want sensory stimulation. But when it is too much, so they take it as a attack on their system, and that is why they shut back in. But inside is safe, secure, their own shell it is, and it is a little movement. It is not like superclass 3, 4, or 5, where it is a large amount of movement that is required. So when we see superclass 2, it is attack on them by a senses. So they are very sensitive to the outside. So when in superclass 2 they feel that outside world is too much for them and it is an attack on their senses, so the natural reaction to that is to close in, withdraw, shut off from the outside world, shrink basically. And this movement is very little, it is not too much of movement. The fear is of the dullness and gloominess that is seen in the shell. If we see a snail, it has a grayish inner side. So basically, that is the dullness, monotony, that is the single color inside which bores them off. And the boredom is the biggest issue for the superclass 2. So when we see a Disney movies that has lot of colors, it shows us that they want to be in the safe zone of their house and they want to watch a very colorful things. When we see their desires, they desire sensory stimulation. Protection is also required with this sensory stimulation. It is not that they want to go to the battlefield and see that. Right? They want to see battles from their home. So basically, those people who are addicted to their mobiles or TV or any gadgets for playing, this shows us the desires of superclass 2. They want to live for the outside world, but in some time it becomes too much for them. So they retract back in shell. So the example is adjusting a window according to the outside situation. If it is okay, then I'll see out of the window, but if it is not okay, then I'll retract back inside. It is like a dreamer in the bed and watching an imaginary world without leaving the bed. The feeling is, while in the protection, I need a sensory stimulation. There is a conflict between higher existence and the worldly existence. There is no life, there is no color. This is the one side, and the other side is it is too good, it is too gorgeous, just like cannabis indica. There is a compelling desire to stay in the safe and protected zone. It is just like a carbon. Carbon state of a person is where the person is not completely developed. It is in the fetal life when there is a need to go out, but they feel incapable of living in the outside world. They are not sure whether they want to go outside or they want to stay back inside. Their additional sensation is the soul wants to escape, but the body is small and or bodiless. The out of the world sensation, the fancies, and the spirituality also comes in this superclass. Their mind has a great delight in the small things. The person do not need to accomplish too much. They are not very competitive as such. They love to relax and enjoy in the safe space. They are very innocent. They desire very sublime conversation. They are unfit for the world. They are not too much of a competitive person. They want to dance, sing, and there is a spirituality, desire to travel. There is also drug addiction scenes. They're very straightforward and they appreciate little things and they laugh immoderately. Coming, going, keeping, holding of the sanctuary while still yearning for the traveling. So basically, even if they travel, it will be for a very little time and with the family. Their ambition is not too much. Anger is on the trifles because it is just the beginning of the superclass. So they are not too developed. As the superclass go from 1 to 6, they are more and more developed, and their issue is also bigger as the superclass advances. In superclass 2, there is in and out, which we see, but the window is a bigger thing which we observe in this superclass. In superclass 4 also there is in and out, but it is from the home, and it is much more related to the health, family, money, and other issues regarding the future and accumulation of the security and stability. Yes, in the superclass 2, it is not too much about the money or something. They Every person will be loving their family, every person will have anxiety for their family, but the main core of superclass 2 is the outside world is too much for them, and that is why they want to go withdraw inside, and their basic nature also is to live in their own world. There are two polarities. There is one thing which is also called as daydreaming, that is seen in this superclass. They desire vibrant, artistic, alive, and free spirited, curious, and inquiring things. No timidity or shyness, rest same as the first superclass. This timidity and shyness comes after the third superclass, because in third superclass the person starts developing their own identity and their own character, their own choices. So once they develop that, they want to be appreciated for that, and because of that, they feel if I make some mistake or something, then the people around me will mock me, they will laugh on me, or I would be ridiculed, I'll be slighted. So that is why it is from the superclass 3 onwards that we will see that type of thing. But in superclass 2, it is not too much of shyness. The world inside the womb is safe, but it is a small space. Just like a fetus is trying to move, like every mother will say that he is kicking a lot, because the space is not too much for them. They feel it is constricted. Just like in the Hemamelidae family sensation, they feel they are boxed or caged, and it is coming from all the sides. They do not have any interest in the politics or something. They will smile at the small events. Yeah, and even the mild scoldings will be very harsh for them. They will withdraw and cut off from them. The phrases they use in the history is safety is in the close, thick, dark side, and outside is airy, bright, and open, but dangerous. Their desire for activity to escape the world is seen in the traveling and a stable job. Initial movement towards the world is movement is started to go towards the world. How do they tranquil? How do they relax? Basically, modern windows like mobile games, laptop, iPads. They are very reserved as person. They do not want to socialize a lot. The dynamic is open and shut as already told. The animal group that is included in superclass 2 is gastropods and fishes. The mineral group is all the carbons, and carbon is a very big topic as such, and we cannot talk about the carbons a lot. But the main remedy that we know of carbon group is graphitis, petroleum, and carboveg, uh, carboanimalis. Then the dicotyledon group or subclass Hemamelidae is also in this superclass too. Other plants are included such as ferns. The neurotransmitter for this superclass 2 is serotonin. The hormone which is related to superclass 2 is estrogen. The drugs which are common to this superclass is cannabis. Example of remedy is Helix tosta, graphitis, and cannabis indica. The key word is enclosed and excited, because even when they are enclosed, they want to be excited in the nerves. Their fairy tale is Alice in the Wonderland movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Their crisis response would be inertia. They would not be able to move a lot. They enter and exit after the second look with not being sure whether they want to face it or not. The main things that are seen in this subclass is allergies, pricking, sticking, and tingling, because in this group there are too many nuts and uh, what we call other plants that are usually seen producing this. Subclass also includes urticales, juglandales, ulmaceae, MMLED, myricales, and fagales. Thank you. I hope this was informative for you.